Hi everyone, and welcome to Antonelli's Cheese September Cheese Club video. My name is Eleanor and I'm the buyer and inventory manager for Antonelli's Cheese, and this lovely lady.
I'm Gina and I am the retail manager at our Hyde Park location.
Like I said, this is September's video, and our theme for this month is second act cheesemakers. Now these could be people who had careers and families before getting into cheese, or maybe somebody bought a creamery or funded a creamery after having a career, something like that, but they all share that one common theme. So our first cheese today is this little guy here. It's actually in the shape of a heart, and it's 3 pepper chev. Coeur de la creme, as they call it. And this is from Baetje Farms in Bloomsdale, Missouri. Now, Steve and Veronica of Baetje had careers in construction before buying a dairy and starting their own cheesemaking business. They started with just a few goats. Now they have a couple hundred. So there's lots of goats around all the time. And this is 3 pepper chev, not because of jalapenos or something like that we might get in Texas, but it is encrusted with black, white, and pink peppercorns. So you get a sort of mild peppery flavor from the white. You get a nice spice action from the black, and then a nice floral note at the end from the pink peppercorn, as well as that lovely fluffy goat cheese in between.
I'm a huge fan of this one. I get very jealous of Cheese Among Club members because you guys tend to get a lot of cheeses that we don't get in the retail shop. So when I saw this one, I was really excited to try it, and it's delicious. I love pepper, I love goat cheese, so it's like 2 of my favorite things in one. But the soft fluffiness of this goat cheese with like the intense like strength of that pepper is just, it balances so well together. So I hope that you guys like it as much as I do.
It's also in the shape of a heart, so we love it even more because of that.
Right. This next cheese that we're going to taste is this guy right here. It's called Timberdoodle. Timberdoodle comes from Woodcock Farm out in Vermont. And Woodcock Farm was actually founded by a husband and wife duo, Mark and Gary. And they decided a long time ago that they were just very over the hustle and bustle of New York City, and and so they decided to, or Mark decided to leave his film editing job, and they moved back to Vermont and started this farm together. Timberdoodle is one of my all-time favorite wash rind cheeses. Wash rind just means that as it ages, they wash it with a brine to help really promote the growth of the bacteria that gives it its flavor, which is also why it has this gorgeous orange rind on it. We do carry Timberdoodle in my case, and it is one of my usual rotations in my lunch menu. So at least once a week, you'll catch me eating this for lunch.
Also understandable because this is soft and creamy. It's raw cow's milk, so you get, it's not too strong on any notes. It's creamy, it's delicious. It'll go on a sandwich. It'll go in a grilled cheese or mac and cheese or on a cheese plate or on a cracker.
Oh yeah, it's a great melter, and I love it as a wash rind cheese because it's super buttery. So it's a really great intro to wash rind cheeses without being crazy overwhelming in flavor.
Not a punch you in the face sort of wash rind.
Exactly, which is what I tell customers in the shop.
So this third cheese here is called Shepzog, and that is from Grafton Village Cheese in Grafton, Vermont. Now, the current cheesemakers at Grafton are not second career cheesemakers, the ones actually making the cheese, but Grafton Village Cheese is a project of the Wyndham Foundation. And that is a Vermont-based foundation started by Dean Matthey in the early 60s. And it was really started to revitalize a lot of the Vermont agriculture and industry that Dean Matthey saw as falling away, or not as strong as it needed to be. So he had a very successful career as a stockbroker, and then he got into the Wyndham Foundation and founded that. And the Wyndham Foundation does Grafton Village Cheese. They have a hotel in Grafton. They're part of numerous other foundations and, organizations that help the community and that do good things around town and basically promote all sorts of Vermont products and agriculture and industry that might not otherwise get the attention. So Shepsog is raw cow and sheep. It's a cheddar style, and Shepsog is actually the Algonquin word for sheep. So it might sound a little funny, but there is a reason for that funny sound.
I love this cheese. Yet another one that I got really excited about when I saw it on the menu this month, because it's another one that we don't tend to carry in my shop. I have had this before though, because when I first started here 5 years ago, we did carry it. So it was really lovely. The flavor, I forgot how good it was. It's really nice and salty. It's hard, but it still has a creamy mouthfeel to it. I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, it's beautiful. And our last cheese is this beautiful blue baby right here called Asher Blue. Asher Blue comes from Sweetgrass Dairy out in Georgia. And Sweetgrass Dairy was actually founded by another husband and wife duo named Al and Desiree way back when. But it was taken over by their daughter Jessica and her husband Jeremy after they got married and started their own family. So Jessica, after going off and creating her own career, decided that she just wanted to go back and help her family. So she moved back home and bought the farm, or the dairy, the cheese making part of the dairy from her parents in 2005. We do carry Asher Blue in the case here at our shop. And I must say, this batch is gorgeous. The color, it's just absolutely phenomenal. This one tends to be a little bit of a stronger blue cheese in our case. So a little bit sharper flavors on this one, but a really lovely creamy mouthfeel.
I have to admit, we don't have favorites here, but blues are definitely my favorite style. You get so many flavors, aromas, colors in the blue cheese. It can be that brilliant yellow all the way to almost a purple black. And I agree, this is a creamy, salty bite of blue. If you're a blue cheese lover, you are going to love this cheese.
It's cow's milk, and I love this one because it has almost a peppery bite to it on the finish. You kind of feel a little tingle on your tongue, but it is so delicious, and it has this like bright kind of butteriness when you first take a bite.
Yeah, it's so good.
You can, we hope that you enjoy all of these cheeses. If you did want to pair anything with it, you can add on some options here. We've got a really lovely cider, a really phenomenal jam that's made right out in Round Rock, Texas, some mini toast crackers, or a chocolate bar. But we really hope that y'all enjoy all of these cheeses as much as we do.
Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy your cheese.